Everything you see in here is either haunted, cursed, or has been used in some kind of ritualistic practice.
This movie is quite a piece of shit. Hey guys, I hope you're all doing well. Sorry again for the distance between my uploads. It is very difficult at the moment. I wrote this in preparation for Halloween, and that obviously just did not happen. I still wanted to make the video. I thought it'd be a fun video, and an enjoyable movie to talk about. Well, enjoyable, stretching the word a bit for this movie. So I rewatched the third Annabelle movie recently, and I don't really know why. The strange thing about this movie is it's bad, and I'm very confident in my opinion that it is pretty shit. But there is something distinct in comparison to the first Annabelle and something like The Nun, and The Curse of La Llorona even, because I'm not a big fan of any of those other three. Curse of La Llorona, there's some elements I can enjoy, but generally those movies take themselves very seriously, and that is a big downfall. Whereas with this one, Annabelle Comes Home, you can put it on and still enjoy it. Turn your brain off, have a good time, for some really fun scares and all that stuff. I really think you can get a fun time out of this movie. And by the way, let me know your opinions on Annabelle Comes Home in the comments below, and let me know what you think of my points. Do you think I'm completely off my head on drugs, or do you actually agree with my opinions? Do let me know, I'm very interested to hear as always. So this movie is also one of the clearest examples I've ever seen of a cash grab. It is also hilarious to me that the spin-off demon what the fuck is his name? The spin-off doll that cannot move, by the way. It's not like Chucky. This is not a doll that can move about and talk. It is something that a demon lives in. It is hilarious to me that the spin-off got a trilogy before the mainline movies, The Conjuring. That is insane. It's a trilogy of this stupid fucking doll. I mean, yeah, it looks pretty scary, especially after Annabelle Creation. I think that was it, because that was a pretty good movie actually. I do enjoy that. But the first Annabelle was shit, boring as all hell. The second one was the origins, but what else can you really do with it as the main focus? As this movie proves, not a lot. But I think the blatant difference between this and the first Annabelle and The Nun and La Llorona is this film feels like it goes out to entertain and nothing more. Whereas the others are taking themselves very seriously. The others want you to sit there and be just shaken with fear, and they think you will be, and you're not, because they're boring. This film, and there's some behind the scenes which I think is very interesting, talking about, specifically James Wan talking about it, how when it's a third movie in a trilogy you have to try and have fun, and I totally understand where he's coming from with that, and I think that's the difference here. They're trying to have a bit more fun with this movie, and you can really tell it's not taking itself nearly as seriously as the others. And I think because you can tell that, and because there's some good stuff in this movie, you can actually enjoy it. But the problem is, there's no real story, and that's a pretty big part of a movie, you know? And no characters either. The characters are shocking. They acted pretty well, actually. McKenna Grace is really good. I mean, she's pretty good in everything. I recently watched the new Ghostbusters. She is amazing in that, can I just say? And yeah, she's a good actress. She does pretty good in this movie as well, I'd say. Not much to go off, and I guess she is scared quite a bit. But the characters are outrageously stupid, and in particular Daniela. They tried to give her emotion and reason for why she goes into the room of the haunted objects and all of that. And I see what they're going for. Like the dead parent, and she wants to contact them, and she thinks if they're real, they're gonna be in this room. The idea of someone using haunted objects to contact dead family, a flimsy idea in itself, and it can work. I imagine it can, and I imagine movies have done it before. I can't think of one off the top of my head, but I feel like it's rarely going to work, and it definitely doesn't in this movie. It does not help her seem any less stupid. It does not make me empathize with her at all, really. I mean, yeah, it's kind of sad, but it's not an excuse for you being a dumbass and going around touching everything. I mean, it's stupid for anyone to do it with any reason, and I get it's an easy excuse to get the demons out, but come on, man. Even have it as if like Annabelle's talking to her through the door, like pulling her in sort of thing, like whispers, changing her mind, making her that, you know, like anything. I think this was real bottom of the barrel to how to get the demons out in the house. she's a real fucking idiot, and she's really annoying, I'm gonna be honest. No offense to the actress, I'm sure she's a great actress. I haven't seen her in anything else, admittedly, and she doesn't necessarily do a bad job as acting wise, but character wise she's written pretty darn dreadfully. And as for the other two, like Judy and the babysitter, I don't remember her name, they don't really get much to do until the end. Is quite bad. Yeah, I mean, they get scared for a bit, like she has to go and get the doll at the end and put it back in the case, and they have a little confrontation with that big Annabelle guy. Realistically, nothing actually happens in this movie, I feel. It's just jump scare fest. I guess that's the thing, because a lot of the jump scares, they're not bad at all. I've actually found myself, and I've watched the color wheel scare quite a few times on YouTube when I find the clip. There are some really enjoyable, well executed tension and scare scenes in this film. Or I say tension, kinda. And I mean, yeah, you know that the jump scare's coming, and after a while you realise that's all this movie is. But they're not bad, there's some creativity in them, and I appreciate that. And like I say, you can tell they're trying to think of different ways to pull off these scares that might be a bit interesting, might be a bit creative, and I think it actually does that decently well. If they were short films, but it's the fact that they're all in this full-length movie that it ruins it. And there's no overarching tension either, and we don't care about the characters. I mean, Judy, like, even Judy, man, to an extent, but a big reason to it is because of the Warrens, and because I care about them, and how we've seen in the mainline Conjuring films their relationship with their daughter Judy. And Judy, she's likable enough, and I can say the same for the babysitter, but she has no character. The babysitter, not really. I mean, she has asthma. Same. Relatable. Fuck. But all of that kind of lessens it in the overarching runtime, which I don't actually know how long it is. I don't think it's very long. But yeah, individually within each scene, you can see something. I think that's what gets me through it. I've watched it twice now. I watched it for the first time a little bit ago, just before the end of summer, and I watched it again in preparation for Halloween. Like I said, the colour wheel scene is a really good one. I think that's probably my favourite scene in the film. I think it's really creative. It's got a really good jump at the end, and yeah, it's just visually very nice as well. Is nice the right word? And a lot of the scares are good, but like I say, altogether it makes a pretty shit movie, because you can't make a movie just out of loud bangs over and over again. But it's a very easy watch. This is the kind of film where if I was here with my friends, maybe having a few drinks, and we'd want to put on a bit of a scary film, I'd put on Annabelle Comes Home. Is one of the ones that come to mind because of the amount of jump scares and how you can have a good time with it, especially with friends, and it's definitely going to be better with a drink, I think. But yeah, I've just remembered the boyfriend character. I haven't even got him in my script, but yeah, there's a boyfriend in this film. Bob's got balls. Man, this movie's fucking weird. Yeah, he didn't do too much either. This movie really doesn't know what to do with itself. It's just there to bank on the Annabelle name. And there is obviously good stuff to be done with Annabelle, as we saw in Annabelle Creation. The other two aren't as good. But like I say, this film, you could definitely have a fun time because you can feel the enjoyment. Everyone on set is having a blast, it seems. They want us to join with them on that ride of just having a fun time throughout the length of this movie. And I think you can definitely do that. Yeah, do let me know what you think of Annabelle Comes Home in the comments below. Do you agree with my opinions, or do you think I'm a dumbass? Either way, I respect that. Yeah, hopefully a video on Halloween Kills coming up, and definitely a video on the Amazing Spider-Man coming up for Spider-Man No Way Home, which new trailer.
You're not Peter Parker. You what?
I actually didn't think it was as good as of a trailer as the first one. No! But it's still very entertaining. I've watched it multiple times. I mean, I think we know now. They're in it. They're in it. Yeah. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and let me know what you think of the Conjuring universe on the whole and what you think they should do next. Thank you guys so much, and take care.